Hello everybody, welcome into the shop here. I am JT Bear, and today I'm finally going to get started on making my own Miniponic system because these things look incredibly cute. Now, you can probably see my breath in the shop here. It's not exactly a heated environment, so I've been kind of putting it off for a bit. And as you can hear, the mascot is down there with me complaining about every moment. So I'm going to take him in the house and get started. So the original Miniponic system that I'm taking the design from uses a single water bottle, but it didn't have these handles on it. So for my version, I'm going to be using two of these, just so I can get kind of a longer or a deeper grow base or a grow area. So I think, you know, if I cut it in the middle here, that's not leaving me a lot of room for roots. So I'm going to try and take one off up in the top here, and then on the other one, oh, stretch. I'm going to try and take it off closer to the handle and see what I can do. Kind of looks like this is the one I'm going to be using for the grow bed. I'll take this off closer to the handle, and I'll take this off closer to the top. Alright, where's my Sharpie marker? So now that I've decided which bottle I'm cutting where, I'm just going to mark my line here in the hopes that that will help me cut a straighter line. I don't know if any of you guys have seen me try and cut a straight line with a handsaw, but it's not pretty. And it's hardly ever straight, so put the camera down and get that done. We'll get to cutting. As I'm sure you can tell from the background, organizing the shop has not been my highest priority since we've been here. But this is about a garden, not a clean shop. I'm just going to saw through this with this incredibly dull hacksaw and get back to you. Well, now that I've got that cut, I'm going to say the first lesson of me doing this project is, if you can, do this with some sort of power saw, because in this cold, that really sucked. Alright. See, now I think this bottom would be just a little too short. But, you know what? I'm going to try it anyway, because I don't want to cut another one of these bottles in this cold. Alright. Next step, I guess. Alright, so now I'm just going to scrape the edges of this a little bit cleaner. Horrifying sound, I know. And then we'll get back to it. Alright, well, the only spare pump I've got is that other one that I used to have in my secondary aquaponic system. You can see it's sort of tucked away in the corner there. And it seems as though this is way too much pump for such a little tiny garden. Let me just plug this in over here. Get that kink in the hose there. And it looks like my hose came off because I wanted to do a clip. Alrighty then. So with that pump running, I think this is probably way too much water going through there, and I clearly need to get something different from my water intake set up here. But we have this pausing point here, and it's on its way. A lot more to do still. I'm going to check in the co-op, see if I can find a smaller grade fountain pump. Alright, so since a 200 gallon per hour pump is just way too much, I got this cheap little $10 jobby off of Amazon. Some parts kicking around. In theory, we're ready to continue the project now. Way overdue, but whatever, as long as it gets done. Alright, so for the next step of this, I want to plug this little pump in and find out if it's got enough oomph or too much oomph for what I'm dealing with here. And actually, that pump looks like it's going to be pretty much perfect. A little smaller than I'm used to, but that's fine. Let's get a closer look here. So as we can see, that's just pumping it right through here. That's warm water in a cold shop, so we got a little steam coming out of here, but so far this is mostly looking like it's going to work. I can't find my zip straps that I was going to use to screw through the sides and hold the PVC up there, so we're going to duct tape this together with some bamboo, I think. And let me unplug the pump and I'll show you what I'm doing here for drainage. So the bottom, or I guess top cap that came on this was just the right size that I could shove that clear pipe up through the center and leave it in the bottom here. So I'm going to leave it like that, But so stuff doesn't clog it up, what I've got some of this screen mesh. I'm just going to shove it all in there underneath my media once I finally get this assembled. And that'll hold it all up and give plenty of room for the water to drain. So in theory, that should work just fine. Just need to get the rest of this thing together now, somehow. And, you know, carry on and all that jazz. Not sure if I mentioned this already, but I can't find my zip straps, so duct tape it is! This is clearly not a good idea, okay? Go out, find yourself some zip straps, use the PVC, drill it like he did in his beautiful how to build this garden video. Remember, you know, I'm just playing. This is a novelty to me. If you want this as a serious garden, well, build it seriously. I'm just using some bamboo sticks, because, like I just said, novelty. Well, on the upside, with the liberal use of duct tape, I don't have to cut up those crazy carpets. Most of the areas that light would penetrate are now pretty much covered up with tape. It's at the bottom there. Maybe some more tape on the bottom. Yeah, I've still got tape on the roll. Might as well use it all. Alright, well, there really wasn't as much duct tape left on that roll as I thought, so it didn't cover quite as much space as I was hoping. Well, look, you can see my breath in my shop. Ha! Not a good sign. Maybe I should get a heater. Nah. So, what's left? I guess I need to clamp the water intake into place and get some pellets for that. See what I can rustle up here. Next issue. I'm really not happy with that black irrigation pipe because it's leaving my pump dangling just below the surface, so I'm going to go back to some PVC, which will require some adjusting, but I'll make that work. A little bit of a wiggle and a jiggle and a fight, but it's alright. Now let's see here. I need a little tiny screwdriver, which I don't have. Okay. I'll use a carpet knife. It's important to be resourceful, you know. Actually, for that matter, no, I won't. I'm just going to cut this off because I believe this black pipe fits inside my 1/2 inch. Ha ha! The black pipe will fit right inside the 1/2 inch PVC. So I'm just going to jam it all the way up there, I think. And we'll put that in there. Ha ha! Some say solution-minded, others say lazy, as long as I get the job done. I am going to have to shorten that pipe a little bit though, so let me just turn off the camera for a second. Now, I like that better. The pump's all the way down at the bottom. It's kind of hanging on the side here. Just going to drop in there. That'll work. Let's plug this in and make sure we're still good to go. Where's my plug? That's the wrong plug. There we go, and plugging it in. Getting some pump. Got some water coming through there. Not a whole lot. Probably losing some out the bottom, but such is life. It doesn't take a lot of water, I think, to make something like this work. Alright, now I gotta go see if I can find any more of those clay pellets kicking around. On the upside, it should definitely get lots of oxygen into the water there, the way that's set up. Seriously though, if you want to see a really nice version of this garden, check out the link below. I will make sure to put it in there because his looks awesome and mine looks JT rednecked. But you gotta make these things your own, right? Anyway, I gotta go find those clay pellets. Well, those are some very frozen rocks and pellets, but I should have known better than to keep that toad outside. I even did a video warning people about letting those things freeze, so we will see what happens with this as it thaws. But there you go. Another one of those in a nutshell from a nutcase. Here is a Waterbottle Miniponic system. I don't know whether or not I'm going to use this for fish. I don't know. The fish seem so happy in a 55-gallon tote, and I would have to drive so far to get new fish. It's not as easy as it used to be to pop off to the pet store, so I might actually turn this into a water bottle hydroponic garden, and you know, just see what I can do with some miracle grow in water. I will make sure to get the food safe stuff though. Safety first, right? You can't really tell how quiet this is because of the aquaponic running in the background. Let me close that door. Only turn down the other garden just a little bit, but this is definitely a nice quiet little system, so if you want to give it a try, go right ahead. I think it's a very interesting project. I think it's a good learning opportunity. I think for somebody in like an apartment building looking to build one of these on a patio, this would be a good idea. And if you're starting off with small fish, goldfish will only grow to the size of their tank anyway. So you don't have to feel bad about torturing them. Just mine are already past the size of this tank, so it would be quite torturous for them. So yeah, I think I'm going to get some Miracle-Gro, and I will run a hydroponic garden instead of just an aquaponic garden. And yeah, I'll have both going. Could be fun. Alright, well thanks for sticking around everybody, assuming you did stick around to this point. And do yourself a favor, check out the link below. His garden is a much prettier looking garden. This is just slam bam redneck style, and it still works. So if you do it properly, it'll work even better. Alright, until next time, I think I am a little too cold to be sitting out here in the shop, so I am heading in the house. Have yourselves a fantastic day, everybody. Alright, well I just came out and checked on this, I'd say a couple hours later, and discovered that my top was overflowing and most of my water is gone. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out this hose here and drill some holes through the side of it so I've got some extra drainage. So there you go, extra final clip. But still an interesting project, and like I said, check out the video linked below to the gentleman who gave me this idea. His looks much better and actually works properly. Alright, have a great day everybody. This time I really am done.